The original Icelock liner came with a distal connector and a lanyard system that tethered their residual limb to the socket. In time we saw mechanical innovations like the ratchet pin lock and later ceiling liner concepts either with passive or active vacuum. Now not all users are able to push their residual limb into the socket successfully, and some also aren't able to stand during the donning process. A contemporary version of that original lanyard concept might be the solution to those problems. I'm Richard, a clinical specialist prosthetist with the Osler Academy, and today we're talking about the Icelock 850 hybrid and an extended range of the Icelock Ceiling X locking liner. We already have a hybrid lock in our Icelock portfolio, and that's the Icelock 562 hybrid. If we remind ourselves of how that works, we see we have this combination of a ratchet lock where the pin on the end of this Ceiling X locking liner, characterized by these sealing beads and the Ceiling X membranes, connects inside the socket, which also features a vacuum system. You can see the exhaust valve here, and also a vacuum connector which would go to a unity pump. And by combining the two, the mechanical efficiency of a ratchet pin lock and the security that the user has with that, and the convenience of a ceiling liner concept, gives this combination or hybrid feeling of a very secure socket suspension, which gives good suspension and great confidence for the user. But now we have the Icelock 850, and in this transfemoral version we can see we have this strap which connects to the distal end of the liner, and by using this convenient handle the user can pull themselves into the socket. By connecting to this very efficient latch, the user now feels fully engaged, and in combination with either passive or active vacuum, this is a very secure socket suspension system. But more conveniently, the user is able to don the socket while sitting. Let's take a closer look. The Icelock 850 hybrid features this small ratchet pin which engages and is secured in the distal connector of the Icelock Ceiling X locking liner. And then when the user is donning their prosthesis, they use this quick connector which engages like so. And when they're sat down, they'll push their residual limb part way into the socket or as far as is comfortable. And then by using this convenient handle, by pulling on the strap, they can pull their residual limb into the socket. And then when comfortable, by engaging the strap into the latch, as we lever the latch closed, you can see the residual limb being pulled fully into the socket till we hear a very audible snap as the lock is closed. And this is now fully secure and also fully engaged with the vacuum system with the seal membranes. Now to remove the socket, the user presses the button on the latch. This is released, and in combination with pressing the valve, letting the air release from the system, the user is able to withdraw their residual limb from the socket. And by pressing the small button on the quick connect here, the strap is released from the pin and the prosthesis is fully removed. The 850 hybrid lock comes in 3 different distal connector options: one 4-hole with direct socket, a standard 4-hole, and then finally an independent laminating option which can accommodate a variety of options, for example with a user's flexion or abduction angle in these transfemoral sockets, for example. And here you see each of these sockets being used with the 552 valve lock, can also be used with active vacuum as well. We now have a transfemoral version of our Icelock Ceiling X locking liners, and they come in sizes 25 to 55 for the standard profile and sizes 23 to 42 for the conical profile, giving a lot of user size and shape options. And as a reminder, we still have our Ceiling X locking liners for transtibial users. These come in sizes 16 to 45 and available in 3 and 6mm profiles. These are used in combination with our Ceiling X seals in configurations of classic, volume and grip. The Icelock 850 hybrid gives users who need to pull themselves into a prosthetic socket a greater feeling of security and comfort with this hybrid version of a mechanical and vacuum socket suspension. It's suitable for users of all activity levels, is compatible with Unity and is fully waterproof. For more information on this and any of our other products in our range, please contact us on the usual channels.